Art Basel Miami Beach is an annual art extravaganza that packs an overwhelming amount of artwork, collectors, and parties into 4 days. 200 galleries are selected from 850 applicants to show a staggering 2,000 artists in what is the largest art fair in the United States. To get a full sense of Art Basel, I arrive in what is renowned as one of the world's cultural capitals, Miami's South Beach. I'm hoping to understand what makes this so-called art fair a favorite meeting place of the international art world. As an art world neophyte, I start by demystifying the definition of art.
Ooh, that's a really tough question. I don't know. What's your answer? I have no idea.
Art is an attempt to relate to the world, relate to life, relate to our existence in one way or the other.
The act of creating anything, I think, to a certain extent, is art. I would say, making love and creating a life, that is art in and of itself. You're creating something that's totally beautiful.
So what exactly makes a piece of art worth shelling out 6 figures for? We meet up with Boston-based professional art collector Barbara Lee, who acquires art for her and her husband's own collection, as well as on behalf of her clients who don't share her sophisticated sensibility.
I think that art is anything that makes you have a visceral reaction, and you look at it and you want to look at it again.
Okay, so at this point, my heart starts going pitter-patter. And I'm like, okay, can we do this really?
See, this is called more endless takeout, okay?
It's well rendered, it's funny, it's beautiful in its own way. It's this obelisk of Chinese takeout boxes.
Perhaps Diddy was right when he said it was all about the Benjamins. For a hustler's insight, we sought out the Diddy of the art world. I got pretty close by connecting with the prestigious Manhattan Gallery owner, Angela Westwater, for her take on the definition of art.
Art has to fulfill a need that can be spiritual, it can be intellectual, it can be aesthetic. A strong artwork for me is one which appeals to a number of different senses and has some real sense of delectation, also a sense of intimacy.
Intimacy, connecting physically with an object? It sounded less like art and more like the life partner that I longed for. But still, my crash course prepared me to feign expertise. As a connoisseur of French Bordeaux and vintage robotics, I wanted to at least be able to bullshit my way through a conversation about high concept art.
This is wallpaper by Paul McCarthy, and he made a sculpture a few years ago that was Santa Claus, and he replaced a Christmas tree with a butt plug. For this project, McCarthy created a functioning chocolate factory in the gallery, and he used and worked with this very well-known chocolatier to create the factory, and he makes 1,000 chocolate Santas with butt plugs a day. It's definitely geared at an art world audience as a kind of holiday gift.
The convention center was filled with intellects that were too entrenched in the art world to have anything truly insightful to say, so we hit South Beach to glean some wisdom from the hoi polloi.
What is art? Art is any person's interpretation of beauty, I guess. I don't know.
The art is, a form of imagination and creativity, coming from one's mind, heart, and soul.
I don't think there is a definition of art. It's undefinable. It's whatever, however you interpret it. Interpretation. It's too abstract to define, I think.
That's a good answer.
Thanks, man.
I had still yet to meet any bona fide artists, but I was told that the good ones were typically reclusive and could only be found at late-night soirees. My tweed jacket fooled some doormen into thinking I was actually part of the art crowd, and I was able to slip into a few raging parties.
I guess from the perspective of being an artist, art to me is observing all the world around you and having a vehicle to be able to deliver the message of what it is that you're interpreting and being able to connect with other people. I feel like if you're not an artist and you're somebody that appreciates art, that your job, I guess, is to take that message and interpret it and share it with the artist.
It doesn't have to always cover new ground, but it's that notion of exploration, of immersing yourself and swimming around in something that is not there to begin with. It hasn't been created yet.
whether it's through writing or theatre or stuff like this. I think it's just an urgency to communicate with other people. And if it just speaks to one person, I think that's really the bottom line. I don't think you really define what is art and what isn't. It's completely up to the individual.
Art Basel Miami Beach is a true sensory overload, and from our subject's definition of art, I would consider it a breathing piece of art in its own right. Deep. The collectors, the party people, big liquor sponsors, galleries, gawkers, and of course artwork itself is just part of what allows this event to live up to the hype. Next year I hope to return, but this time not as an amateur, but instead as a critic and true lover of art.